with us right now here on the Redbone Show. Good morning, Eddie Montgomery. How you doing, man?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing fantastic. We were talking before we went on the air. You're on the road somewhere between Indianapolis and the Ozarks. Whereabouts are you?
Well, I'm not for sure, but I know we're in that vicinity.
Yeah, okay. All right,
So
and it's St. Patrick's Day today.
We can't wait, man, to get there. So it's gonna be a big time.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great time. We are so looking forward to it, and of course we're hoping to raise a lot of money for cystic fibrosis and the work that they do. So tell me what's going on with the Montgomery Gentry right now. You guys out on the road a lot, or what's going on?
Yeah, we're already starting to get slammed, and been talking about doing another new album, and of course we still got the one we come out with here last year, and it's done very well for us, and so we're just happy, man. We're out here traveling after being on the road for, well, let's just say over 20 years plus, we'll put it that way.
Yeah, 20 plus maybe, right?
Yeah, I tell you what, we can't, of course, we don't ever call nobody fans, we call them friends, man, and we've been blessed to have a lot of friends around the world, man, and I tell you what, we love them. They've had our back ever since we come out with tattoos and scars, and they still do. And so we can't thank them enough, especially in this great country of ours, man, where you can either say, be, or dream as big as you want to in this great country. And we don't give it up enough for all of our great American heroes either.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And you mentioned, not calling them fans and calling them friends. I think your fans, they feel like they're friends, and it's just because of the music. I mean, you're looking at titles like One in Every Crowd, My Town, Something to Be Proud of. I mean, and your songs all have that hometown feel to them, and you sing about small town America. I mean, and I think that's what draws people to you.
That's the way I grew up, born and raised on a farm. And, the only thing we really had was music equipment. When you come in our place where we lived at or whatever, you had to, we didn't have living room furniture. You come in and you sit down on a guitar amp or a drum throne or, something like that. And there was always music. We'd work in a hayfield or tobacco field in the daytime and play music at night. Of course, my mom and dad, they were honky-tonk musicians. I always make a joke about it. Mom was a drummer. Dad was a guitar player, and the bartenders were babysitters. So that's the way we grew up in honky tonk.
I'm thinking that there's not any stretching the truth to any of that, because one time several years ago I had an opportunity to interview your brother John Michael Montgomery down at the National Wild Turkey Federation convention in Nashville, and he said the same thing. He said our house was full of music all the time. Yeah,
that's just the way it was. They wouldn't play in nightclubs, and they were playing at the house. So, we never did quite know when we was growing up why people wouldn't let their kids come over to the house. Because it was always rocking at night if we wouldn't in the bars.
Yeah.
But when they played the bars, by the time we were 8, me and John Boy, by the time we were 8, we were roadies. So we were setting up the drums and the amps, and because they couldn't really afford a babysitter, so we just went with them.
Yeah.
And back then, there wasn't really like a 21 rule law.
Sure, exactly. All right, so who is your? I mean, I guess you're going to say mom and dad, but I was going to ask your biggest musical influence growing up, or is there somebody out there that you really admired and wanted to be like?
Oh, Charlie Daniels, without a doubt.
Yeah,
I think he's the greatest American that's ever lived. I'd vote for him. We become real good friends, and I'd vote for him right now, still today. Even though I'm telling you, even though he's passed, I tell you, we missed. That's one of America's icon legends right there.
Yeah.
And but when it's kind of a funny thing you say it, because we played 6 nights a week. So did my mom and dad.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was really because we grew up in the honky tonks in Lexington, Kentucky area, which played 5 or 6, 7 nights a week. And the guys that we went in and seen, that was our influences. We were like, man, we want to be like this guy here, man.
Yeah.
And a lot of them did make it on the Nashville. Of course, being only 2.5 hours or so from Nashville, a lot of them, like Charlie, and a lot of, like Patty Loveless, Keith Whitley, all them guys come up, and they played in the club circuit up there because they could make money there. They could make money in Nashville.
Sure. Wow. Yeah, y'all are from, Summit, Kentucky, right? Is that what I saw?
From where?
Summit, Kentucky, is that right?
No. We're actually born in Danville and Nicholasville, that area, right about 30 miles south of Lexington.
Okay. All right, very good. All right, so let's talk about the show Saturday night. I mean, when people walk into the West Plains Civic Center and Montgomery Gentry takes the stage with Eddie Montgomery, I mean, we're going to get high-powered, a lot of energy, or what we going to feel when you hit the stage?
Let me tell you, when we hit the stage, anything can happen, and it usually does. We've been known to lock the doors and bolt the gates and party all night long, man. So, we're ready there to have a good time. And, of course, it's St. Patty's Day weekend, and I am Irish. So we're going to be rocking.
All right. Well, I know people are looking forward to it.
And what for a great cause, too, man. One of these days, I hope we can step all that stuff out.
Yeah, cystic fibrosis. Yeah, and this show's been going on, Eddie, every year in March. I don't know if you're aware of this, but for 35 years, you are the 35th anniversary
awesome
entertainer in this show. Matter of fact, your brother, John Michael Montgomery, played this show several years ago. And I think you're the first brothers that we've ever had that both played the show. But the steps that they're making, because every penny they make on the show goes to the University of Missouri researchers who are researching 24/7 to find better treatment and a cure ultimately for cystic fibrosis, and they're making huge strides every year.
That's so cool, man. I tell you what, that's totally awesome, and I can't wait for the day that they can find what stomps it out.
Yep, absolutely.
And, I tell you, because it's just a terrible disease, and like I said, I can't wait for us to get there, and it's a great honor for us to be part of it.
Well, it's an honor for us to be a part of it, too, and to be welcoming you to West Plains. I don't think Montgomery Gentry's ever played anywhere close to West Plains, Missouri, ever before.
Shoot, we've played a lot of places over the past years.
Yeah.
So I can, you try to remember everything. I always wish I'd had a map for every place we played.
Yeah, stuck a little pin in it.
We love, like I said, we never call anybody fans. We call them friends. We've been blessed enough to have a lot of friends follow us over the years, so we can't wait to get there and meet a bunch of people and have a lot of fun.
Well, I think the place is going to be packed with Montgomery Gentry friends on Saturday night, and we look forward to it. Coleman Taylor's here with me. Coleman, got any questions for Eddie?
Yeah, I was going to ask you what. You're Irish, and it is St. Patty's Day. Do you have any favorite food and drink or frivolous activities that you like to participate in on St. Patty's Day?
Well, you can call me anything as long as you got a drink in your hand with me. We've always been known to, of course, we were sponsored by Jim Beam for years. So, there'll be some green beer drink. I can promise you that.
Okay. All right.
All right. And I hope you're wearing your green today, Eddie. We don't want anybody pinching you.
Oh, yeah. Well, the thing, I got to wear some green, but I got to wear blue, too, because Kentucky plays in the NCAA tournaments.
Oh, there you go. Who they got tonight?
We've got Providence, so that's going to probably be a pretty tough game.
All right. Well, Eddie,
I can't believe all the upsets already.
Yeah, 2 major upsets. Yeah, already in the tournament. Yeah, the brackets, went. I think they're less than 6% of the registered brackets that are still perfect.
Oh, I'm telling you right now, I guarantee it. I know mine's tore all to pieces, and I got 3 filled out.
Who you got winning it?
Well, one of them's got to be Kentucky, my heart.
Sure.
Got to go with my heart. But my head's telling me, I tell you what, Bill Self in Kansas is just that's they're top dog right now. They're rocking. Yeah,
that's a tall order. And we're right here on the Arkansas-Missouri state line, and we got a lot of Arkansas Razorback fans, and they've got Kansas on Saturday. So maybe Razorbacks will pull an upset there.
Hey man, I tell you what, Arkansas is coming on strong.
Yeah.
I tell you what, they found out that coach got them happening now. So,
yes, they do.
Yeah, of course, I'm always a Southeastern Conference guy, but hey, man, love basketball and love sports. Period.
Yeah, are you a baseball guy, Eddie? I mean, you got a favorite baseball team?
Well, it's funny you say that because where we're from, about 40 miles south of Lexington, the only pro football team and baseball team was Cincinnati Reds growing up. So my grandfather, when we'd be out in the field cutting burley or hanging burley or whatever it was, man, when Cincinnati Reds come on or Cincinnati Bengals, he'd always go at that time. He'd go like, "Well, I think it might be time to take a little break, guys." We'd go in there and I remember him having a black and white TV, and we'd watch the Cincinnati Reds on it or Cincinnati Bengals.
So who was your favorite Cincinnati Red?
Oh gosh, man, I've met a few of them, man. I always loved Pete Rose and Johnny Bench. The Big Red Machine back, Sparky Anderson days.
Yeah,
I was a little bitty kid.
Yeah, I was gonna say just for what I know about you, I was gonna say you got to be a Big Red Machine guy, and Johnny Bench, great Cincinnati Red.
It got me out of work, so I loved it. So I became a big fan.
Eddie, we thank you very much for calling today, and we look forward to seeing you Saturday night at the West Plains Civic Center.
Hey, man, we can't wait, man. We want everybody to come out.
All right, we're going to turn west. Yeah, when you hit the stage on Saturday night, West Plains will become your town.